Welcome everyone, you are listening to Three Stuff Guys. I am your esteemed host, Matt Rudy. Joined here by...
Worst intro ever.
Terrible.
My last one too. I'm sorry. Welcome, douchebags.
That's right, I was going to say, you got to think of another derogative term to call everybody.
Welcome, penny pinching Jew monkey monsters.
Okay,
Welcome, Republicans.
Republicans, what I was trying to say.
Let's get,
Those
make it simple.
No.
Jedi Council, I was trying to tie it into Star Wars, it didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
Alright, Jeff, what's your name?
My name is Bob.
Bob.
Bobertson.
Bobertson, okay. My name is Hank Hankerson. Handkerchief.
And this is Matt Rudy.
Matt Rudy.
And we are three stuffed guys.
You just like redoing the whole intro?
He did his intro and you redid it?
I figured that the audience deserved a good intro. No, I was going to segue so that we didn't forget it. Do it at the last minute like last time. We were three stuffed guys because we all just ate dinner.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
And where did we go?
We'll go with, you get to do it this time.
Sweet. We went to Two Brothers Pubs and Grills Bar. What were you say?
I was going to say, why don't we just do it as a group?
Because if all three of us talk at the same time, it's...
No, I know, but like, we just say where we all went, because we all went.
So I'm saying,
to go
I
get
said we all went to Two Brothers.
Yeah, Two Brothers.
Bar and Grill.
Yes.
And I'm starting with my meal first.
Yes.
I had the triple-decker club sandwich. I think that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All the accoutrements of a normal club sandwich.
Except for the tomatoes.
Except for the tomatoes. I asked no tomatoes. And then kind of burnt crispy fries. So
Yeah, they did look a little burnt.
they were a little burnt.
Mm.
But they were pretty good.
Were they good though?
They were good.
Delicious.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, and it was delish.
Excellent.
Oh, and I got Dr. Pepper.
Sorry. Of course. Alright. Esteemed host, what did you have?
I had the Brothers Burger with, I think, everything on it, but no cheese and onion rings.
Which is damn right un-American.
It is.
I'm very
Really don't
American.
understand that.
I don't like American cheese. I don't know why.
Dude, they have other cheeses. She was
No,
even
but-
going through it, remember? You said no cheese, and then she was like, did you want American? Or, oh, no, wait, that's right, you didn't want cheese.
Nah,
She couldn't even fathom the fact that you didn't want cheese on your burger.
I don't know. I just don't like cheese that much.
I don't understand that. Like, I have another friend who, like, he doesn't eat cheese. And I just don't understand.
Like, I can have
cheese.
cheese.
Is such a part of my life.
I can have cheese, like, on pizza. Like, I can have it on sandwiches. I just don't, like, it's not something I would get. Like, if it's already on there, like, whatever, I'll eat it.
It's like getting a ham sandwich and being like, I don't want the ham.
I don't want ham.
Or I don't want the buns.
No.
That's right. I
Like,
just want a
it's
big
like-
pile of ham. Put it in my hands, please.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like getting a sandwich and not wanting mayo on there. Like, I don't like mayo.
It's different because
It
you
is
can get
different.
mustard or plain, whatever.
I don't know. I just get sick from eating too much cheese.
I like the menus that say like cheeseburger, and that's like their only option. Like they don't have a burger; they have like the old fashioned cheeseburger. You gotta order it with like no cheese.
Yeah, because only communists order it with no cheese. So,
Thank God there's another Red Dawn movie coming out
that's
because
right.
it's about time we need to.
Yeah, isn't that the Chinese were fighting in that
The
one?
Korean, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, we already fought the Korean.
Yeah, I thought we did too, but apparently they didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
They decided to take it to us. Bring it on our soil.
Oh God.
Okay, so Matt had his burger with no cheese.
Wow.
Wow. Which he daintily ate.
Dude, that thing was
Didn't
fucking
even
huge.
finish.
Dude, that thing was huge. It was like bigger than my fucking head.
Yeah,
Man, that's kind of known for
considering
not
it would be good.
finishing though. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I hear. Okay, what else did you have with it? We like to give them the full disclosure here.
And Dr. Pepper.
And onion rings, sir.
That's it, onion
No,
rings.
you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You did not.
I did.
No,
I don't
you did
remember.
not.
Well, onion
I'm
rings then.
paying attention.
It's not my fault. You
Did
can't
you get those with
remember.
no cheese as well?
I did.
Jesus.
I'd like onion rings with no onions, please.
With no rings.
Just the breading.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Actually, yeah.
The way how they do it.
Breaded onion strips.
How would they do that?
What?
They would have to like liquefy
Onions
the
and
onion
onions?
and
Yeah.
then like poke a little hole in it and like drain it out.
But not
It
even
would-
like cook them around the onions and just take it off or take the onions out. I mean, just to be able to make a round batter
Well,
fried.
it would be like that thing where it'd be like that light painting that you do in the sky.
Yeah, you'd have to like.
You have to real quick just like batter it
and then
in
you'd have to have those tongs and like flip it.
It kind of be like funnel cake.
Yeah, it would be like
You
funnel
just-
cake. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Might
should
need to
try
open a
that.
restaurant.
Onionless rings.
Here's your fried batter rings.
Fried rings. Call them
It
like
should be Lord of the Rings themed. That's what it should be.
or Sonic themed, like
Or
the hedgehog.
Sonic.
So what's inside of it? It's like nothing. It's like, oh my
Magic.
god.
Love.
That's right. Excellent.
What'd you have, Jeff?
Okay, so I had chicken fried steak
Yuck.
with garlic mashed potatoes.
Well, hold on. You had gravy with a side of chicken fried steak.
It wasn't that much gravy, really.
God, that looked like
Yeah.
a
It
lot.
It really wasn't,
Looked
though.
like-
I mean, like once I thought it looked like a lot too, but it really wasn't that much in it.
Hmm.
It was just enough to cover the steak on the.
I could see the girls like at the bar being like, oh my god, I can't believe you put that whole cup on there. Like, I didn't expect them to use it,
I don't think
all
so.
of it. Yeah,
They were thinking other things.
They were thinking, wow, this guy's a man.
Exactly.
Look how much gravy he can guzzle down his throat.
Yeah, I mean, like I could get all that stuff into my mouth, and he couldn't even finish a burger.
Because that's what they were thinking. They were thinking, like, okay, if he can eat that much chicken fried steak with that much gravy, he could go to town between my legs. That's probably what they were thinking.
Oh, I could. And
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I know. I know you can go to town between the legs. But Mal, on the other hand, couldn't
Right.
even finish his onion rings.
No, dude. Couldn't finish his onion rings. Couldn't finish his
Yeah, I ate
burger.
earlier.
Didn't even get halfway through the burger.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
I ate earlier. I was like full.
He was eating it with a fork and knife.
I was eating with a fucking knife.
Maybe you should have. Maybe it would have helped you.
Maybe. We'll never know.
There's like chicken fried steak, garlic mashed potatoes, and 2 pieces of Texas toast. But it was really one piece because it was like 2 sliced in half, so triangles of Texas toast.
Okay.
And that's all it came with. I'm used to getting like chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes and like a side,
Green
or,
beans,
like
like
some
some
sort of
weird-
vegetable.
Yeah.
No, not at Two Brothers.
Yeah.
So
They just
that's
give
fine.
you- well,
I didn't like the
give you
garlic mashed potatoes either.
Really?
They didn't taste very good. I mean, I ate them all, but
Yeah, you did.
and the chicken fried steak wasn't even that big, really. I mean, like I'm used to huge chicken fried steaks, but
What the fuck are you getting chicken fried chicken steaks?
chicken steak fries
steak fries.
everywhere. That's
Yeah.
pretty much my go-to thing. If I go to a new place that I haven't ever been, that's the first thing I try on the menu.
Even if they don't have it on the menu.
If they don't have it on the menu, I walk out. Because that's not the kind of place I want to eat in.
Okay.
Okay.
So if it's like a 5-star.
We were about to go to P.F. Chang's.
They got chicken fried steak.
They have
don't
chicken fried steak.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's
do.
on their secret menu. You just gotta know how to ask.
But
Yeah, he's got ding dong, sing long, ling boing. No, that's racist.
No, all you have to do is when you're asking for chicken fried rice,
You
say-
wink.
You chicken fried rice and wink at them.
Yeah.
They bring you chicken fried steak with a big thing of green beans,
Gravy.
two full pieces of toast,
Whoa.
and I mean they smother everything in fucking.
So what
gravy.
happens when you ask for General Tso's chicken and give him a wink?
You get General Tso's chicken.
They just spit on it
It's
because
like so-
you sent them a
They don't
sexual
have a code for that one.
sexual advance.
just get a weird look.
Yeah, this.
Maybe we should start every time we order, just wink at them,
Just wink.
right as we're doing it.
See what,
Look at-
see what we
what
get.
happens.
Just see what we
like,
get.
Mom does it all the time. And I call her out on it. She's like we'll go like to a restaurant or something. She's like, yeah, we just get this, and like she like winks, and I always call her out. I'm like, what's with the fucking wings?
She's like, don't worry, they'll know. They'll know.
I'm like, no
They come
why?
out with like 4 sundaes. His way was on the table. That's what you ordered, right? Free of charge.
That'd be pretty cool.
We should try this
We
though.
need to try this. Just see what happens. I mean, if nothing else,
We should wait until we all order and then all wink at the same time as we're about to leave.
no, because that's just weird.
That's creepy, man.
Besides, you need it particular to them while they're looking directly at you about your order. You need to be like, I'll take the chicken fried steak.
Well, think about it. That's why the waiters look at you when you're ordering.
So the first time they're like, did I just see what I thought I saw? And then then
And then-
another one of us will do, and they'll be like, okay, like, I think he just winked at me. And then the third time, like, okay, what the fuck is going on?
And then they'll be confused and they'll go back to the cook and be like, yeah, he ordered a club sandwich, but he gave me a wink. And the cook will be like, wait, what? A wink with his right or left eye? Well, I don't know, his left eye, why does it matter? And then all the sirens go off in the back, and it's like Pee-wee's Playhouse, and... Yeah, and they know exactly what to do.
Exactly.
And they take a big old shit in your food.
Probably.
Yeah.
But it's something different.
It's true.
I mean, I've never had a shit burger.
I had a shit burger before.
I haven't.
It's called Burger King.
Yeah. Sure. I'm not really a fan of Burger King's burgers too much. Which is kind of sad when Burger King is their name and I don't ever go there to get a burger. If I ever go there, it's something other than burgers.
I just go there to use the bathroom.
They have the best facilities in the city.
No one ever
goes there.
Yeah, it's probably true.
I eat breakfast there every once in a while.
Oh.
Croissant sandwiches are the best
Ew, I can't believe you said that word.
Wait, what?
A croissant sandwich.
A sausage and cheese croissant sandwich, no egg, please.
So just sausage with cheese on it?
Sausage, cheese on a croissant.
God.
Awesome. It's the best.
This is a pigs in a blanket thing. Like that's
No, pigs in a blanket is sausage rolled up in a pancake.
rolled up in like a. You can do it in a croissant roll.
Yeah. No, that's a crescent roll, not a
Crescent
croissant roll.
It looks like a croissant.
No, it doesn't. Not really.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
We had croissants from Italy, and it looked like a croissant.
You realize a croissant is French, right?
Yeah, and Italy's right next to France. They're practically the same country.
Practically the same country.
There they are. They'll eat the same shit.
That's cool.
Salty hog legs is apparently what they serve in France.
Nice.
We had those two guys on the bus, remember? They said everything that you get in France is just like loaded with salt.
Which two guys on the bus?
Those two fucking rednecks that were like backpacking.
Don't even get me started on that shit.
They're like, yeah, they have like, man, everywhere we went in France, they had big old fucking hog legs and they were salty as hell. I was like, what?
Interesting.
Well, you sure you were in France?
I know.
Only they would.
I know they eat
fucking
like
hog
frog's
legs.
legs in France, but
Maybe that's what he was trying to say.
maybe.
He didn't know what a
Maybe.
frog
They have
was.
frog's legs.
They good?
Yeah.
They do. They actually taste just like chicken. They really do.
Did you get them from Razoo's?
I don't remember where we were. We were at like some catfish place.
Good old Cajun.
It's like 20, 30 years ago. Something like that. It was a while ago. When I
Jesus.
was a little kid.
You're born.
Yeah, when I was born. That's right.
It's thunder, you moron.
It is thunder. It's a lot of thunder. Jesus. Jesus Christ.
Still going. Welcome to Texas.
Man, alright.
We sure the Koreans aren't attacking?
I know, I was gonna say, are we sure there's
Jeez.
not like a Harley Davidson convention around here somewhere?
That one sounded like a revving engine.
That's weird.
You're listening to
three guys
talk
trying
about
to figure
thunder.
out what the fuck the sound is.
Yeah. Coming up next, the Koreans attack.
Koreans are attacking.
During a Harley Davidson convention.
They specifically chose to land in Sturgis.
Let's be honest, if I was a terrorist, I would choose to run my plane into a Harley Davidson convention. That's a good question. If you were a terrorist, what would you smash your
I'm not
smash
even
your
gonna go
plane in?
down this road because
What would you smash your plane in?
What's your problem, man?
No, that's your
you
deal.
know the internet has like fucking like keywords or like red flags.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't.
You think after our jihadist stuff from before, we're not already on those lists, dude? You don't think they were watching and listening to every word we say?
You don't think the spike in our
Probably.
listeners isn't just like the whole FBI?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, at least someone's listening.
Somebody's got to be listening to it. What would I do? I would probably... I would blow up...
I'm thinking about it. Maybe this isn't the best thing to get into.
I am going to destroy... Let's take it out of the hypothetical realm here. I will.
Let's just make promises.
On Thursday, destroy. I don't know. Although actually, it does bring up a funny thing. So on Tuesday,
Yes.
I went to work.
Like a person does.
Like a person does when they have a job. Matt Rudy.
That was coming.
And so I get there at like 7:30.
Yeah.
And when I pull up to our parking garage, I see a bunch of people like milling around out in front of our building.
Zombies.
Okay? That's what I thought at first.
Yeah.
But, that's just my gut reaction for everything.
Naturally, when you see more than 4 people,
It's got to be zombies.
zombies are somewhere.
But it was Tuesday, which was election day. So I just assumed it was something going on with that, right? So I pull in our garage, I go park up on the second level, and I come down to walk into my building, and I see more people in our parking garage on the first level, just kind of like milling around again in the garage. And again, I don't think too much to it, even though there's a table set up with like all these cups and stuff on it. So again, I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? Are they doing? Is this like a polling place? What the hell?
Spontaneous drug testing?
Okay, so again, not a bad thought, but I go into the building, and when you walk in through our building, we're actually there's 3 buildings all together, and they're connected by walkways on different floors. Okay. But on the first floor, you walk in, and I'm walking through this hallway to get to our building, and there's big plate glass windows that look on a little courtyard in between all 3 of ours, which is the front of all the buildings. And I look over as I'm walking by, and there's like 5 police cars, and in front of the second building, they're putting up caution tape and wrapping it so that no one can even get near the building. And I'm just sitting there going, what the fuck is going on? Now I'm back to zombies again.
Someone jumped.
No. And this was actually on the news. I heard about it later. Yeah. But somebody actually did a bomb threat in the second building. Okay, but they wasn't even like they didn't call in anything. This is what they did. Somebody found a box on the 7th floor of building 2, and I'm in building 3. They found a box that on the top of it said, "Bomb, do not open."
Wow.
Just like a file box that just said, "Bomb, do not open." And so by 9:30, they still the bomb squad had been called. They had evacuated building 2, and they were sending people in to go figure out what was going on. And so we decided, it's not worth the risk. We're right next to them. If anything were to actually go off, it's not worth us dying just because we're here to do a job. So we're all going to go home. So they sent us home. So I got a day off on Tuesday, which was Halo 4 day, by the way. So I was like, huh, somebody plays Halo 4 in that building. That's what I really did think that. But anyway, literally 9:30. Okay, we walk out. They wouldn't even let us get into the garage. They had tape up again, and there were 2 police officers standing there, and we were like, yeah, we got sent home. We're just going home. We'd just like to go to our cars, and they're like, nobody can leave. And I was like, well, I don't think so. Okay, if there's a bomb in there, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
We're leaving. And he was like, you're really not supposed to be walking down that hallway. And I was like, what? How are we supposed to leave? And he was like, you're not supposed to leave. Like, what the fuck? But he was like, oh, okay, you guys can go. So I got in my car, I drove away, and boom! You definitely would have heard about that. But I drive home, and as soon as I get home, I flip on the news, and they just did a story about it on the news. And so I catch the tail end of it, in which they say that they determined that the box was empty. And that they were letting people back in the booth.
I thought you were going to say that like you were on the news.
No.
As like the
I didn't talk to
disgruntled employee
who
was suspect number 1.
It wasn't my fucking building. It wasn't my fucking company.
Just freaking out like, I want to go play Halo.
No. No, in fact, at that point, I didn't even have Halo yet. I wasn't even thinking about it. It was actually because I got sent home and got a day off that I was like, hey, I got nothing to do the rest of the day. I'll go get Halo 4.
So where'd you get it from?
Well, I had a gift card from Movie Trading Company.
What?
Because I had traded in a whole bunch of old DVDs and I had like $400 in credit.
No.
So I had like $400 in credit. That's where I bought my PlayStation 3 from. I traded in all these old DVDs.
Dude, a used one or a new one?
I got a used one.
Oh.
Hey, it works fine.
A new one? Like a new model?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the new model is just a used one.
Alright.
But so I had spent it because I bought the PlayStation and I bought some other stuff, but I still had like $60 left on it, and I was like, I'm gonna go see if they got it. So I went to the movie trading company and they had them. So I was like, here. So pretty much got it for free.
Well,
sort of. But now I'm gonna go trade it in to buy Black Ops 2.
Are you really?
Because I don't really care about it that much.
Did anybody play it with you?
Yeah, I've got friends that are playing it, but
it's just.
I'd rather play Black Ops 2. I
Wait,
was never a big Halo fan anyway.
Oh, you're gonna trade Halo?
Yeah.
It didn't look that good.
I mean, it's okay. It's just
Like, it just looked like
I never play the
Halo.
campaign. All I do is play multiplayer.
Yeah.
So, to me, I mean, the multiplayer wasn't anything special,
Yeah.
and they pretty much made it just like Call of Duty anyway. So,
Yeah.
why wouldn't I just go play Call of Duty? I'm not
true.
attached to the Halo
And
universe.
Black Ops 2 is futuristic and it's going to have aliens
Exactly.
in it.
So
Might as well just play that.
it's pretty much Halo.
It is
So-
Halo, yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm dreading Black Ops 3.
That'd be interesting.
Set in the year 200XX.
That'd be awesome.
AF. Goofiest sci-fi fucking name.
Sweet.
Oh, God.
Although it would be cool if like the when you have your little kill streaks, they're like fucking Gundams or some shit. Just like stepping on people.
No.
No.
You call it Call of Duty Gundam Warfare?
Whoa.
Call of Duty Gundam style.
Whoa.
Whoa.
They're all dancing.
It's Gundams, but they're doing the Gundam style dance.
Good lord. They can make a Star Wars version. Gungan style. It's a bunch of Jar Jar Binks. It's just all over the place. That's a game to spend $60 on. No, there's no crickets in here.
I see one over there.
No, I do see one.
I don't think they should ever make another Star Wars game ever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, but
Disney's Star Wars,
Disney
the
is
Phantom Menace.
Disney is the worst merchandiser in history, so I'm sure they would never make another Star Wars anything.
Yeah.
Never.
Speaking of Star Wars, did you guys hear that they announced the writer?
Oh yeah.
Damon Lindelof?
It's the guy that directed Little Miss Sunshine.
He wrote Little Miss Sunshine and won an Oscar for that, and then he also was nominated last year for adapted screenplay because he co-wrote Toy Story 3.
So we can agree this is going to be a terrible movie.
I can't agree with that. I can imagine that that's probably true.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But again, like I said, they're announcing them quick. This is stuff they've already had in line.
Yeah.
They announced that not only is he penning that, he's the one that wrote the 3-story treatment for the new trilogy.
The
It
whole
wasn't even
thing.
George Lucas. Michael Arndt did that.
Jesus.
So they already have everything.
That's what I'm
fucking
saying.
right now.
I would bet you within the next 2 weeks they will have a director announced.
Who do you think the director is going to be?
I don't know.
I hope Michael Bay.
It's not going to be Michael.
John Lasseter?
No, but you know who I would not be surprised?
You both?
Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau. God.
Just because he's shown he can do big budget sci-fi.
Is he showing that? Because Iron Man 2 is Cowboys and Aliens?
Most people look at Iron Man 1 though.
Cowboys and Aliens.
I agree with you.
Holy fuck.
I agree.
No.
But he didn't write it.
True.
And in terms of the visual style, it was actually not a bad movie.
That's true.
I mean, he has the chops to be able to do it. It's
Yeah.
really just that's why they're hoping Michael Arndt as an Academy Award-winning screenwriter, which will be the first time in Star Wars history.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's not...
I
don't know. Maybe he's got like a
I mean, who
sci-fi
knows?
bone in him somewhere.
Yeah, no, it's a weird choice just because you're like, really?
Like, he's shown no
Has no, yeah.
sci-fi
I mean, it's
ability.
all up really, but that's the point. Star Wars, at least in these, should be about character and character development.
Yeah.
And that's what he has a history in. So,
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know who they're going to do. I know that Spielberg came out and said, no, I'm never doing Star Wars.
Yeah.
Why?
Who else? Zack Snyder came out and said he's not going to do it.
Thank God.
The other people that it's been sent to were Brad Bird, who's working on another movie.
Mission Impossible?
No, he's working on the Damon Lindelof 52, the UFO one.
Oh, okay.
Which they're apparently George Clooney is attached to that now. He might star in it.
Okay.
So that one looks like it's actually a go. It wasn't a code. It's a real movie. So Brad Bird's probably not going to do it.
Yeah.
So the only other one that they haven't heard back from that they've already sent it to is J.J. Abrams.
Which would
I
be,
can imagine that.
that would be awesome.
which would just, I mean, they should basically just start Star Wars Episode 7, lens flares all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
There's going to be so many fucking
lens flares off of lightsabers all over the motherfucking
all
place.
over the
That
little
would be
plasma
awesome.
shots and everything.
But I mean, why
all
even
over the
call it
starship.
Star Wars? Just be like Star Trek Episode
I
7,
know.
J.J. Abrams' Star Trek.
We just had the whole screen
It would just be fucking Star Trek, but with
just
lightsabers.
light
Yeah,
everywhere.
I know. It would, which is why he's not going to do it.
I think that'd be awesome if he did that.
He's not.
Because I like Star Trek.
I guarantee it's going to be somebody who's a decent enough name, but it's not going to be one of the huge, big guys that's genre, usually.
But why
So-
not, though?
Because, I mean,
You'll
Zack
taint
Snyder...
your name with, with
Zack
that.
Snyder, I mean, when he came out and said that he wasn't going to do it, he said even though he would love to, doing 7, 8, and 9 as a continuation of the other movies, there's no way you're even going to come out good on that.
Yeah,
in
ever.
any way.
In any way.
There's no way.
The fans will hate you no matter what you do.
Yeah. So, there's no way.
It's a lose-lose. I wouldn't touch that
lose-lose.
fucking movie ever.
Yeah.
I wouldn't write, direct, produce, or anything.
I mean, the only person I could see that would
I'd
try.
produce it because your name is kind of
I'd
hidden.
still do it.
I'd produce it. I'd make a
for
shitload of
sure.
money.
Hell yeah, dude. But the only other one that I could see that they would send it to that could possibly is Joss Whedon. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not going to do it. He's
Yeah.
working on Avengers 2, so he's not going to do it. But he's the only one that I think would have enough credibility with geeks to have them say, "Oh, this
I'd actually like it if Joss Whedon did it.
I think
Because
it's
then
okay.
he would ruin it, and then I could be like, see, there you go, guys. Don't let Joss Whedon do stuff anymore.
Ruin it.
What about like
The
a...
Avengers was not a good movie.
It was okay. It wasn't great. It's not the end-all, be-all of
No.
Yeah.
superhero movies.
But it was like fun.
Yeah.
I thought the story was weak, and I thought the directing was like a little weak too.
I don't know,
There was
it
nothing like special to it. It was just
Yeah,
like,
exactly. There was nothing special to it, but I
yeah,
thought
whatever.
you know,
If you want like
I thought the
like-
last half was better than the first half of the movie.
yeah. God, that's where all the action happened.
I
Shit.
know, exactly. Well, that's
What if
what
you got
Joss
like
Whedon
a...
better.
Which is weird because Skyfall, the first half is better than the second half.
If you got like Nolan to do Star Wars...
Christopher Nolan's not going to do Star Wars.
I'm just saying, like, would you...
Oh yeah, I would want to see it
Yeah.
for sure. Of all of the people out there, I would want him to do it, but it's not
Yeah,
going to happen.
that's what I'm saying.
It's not. Although actually, I would love to see David Fincher do it too.
That would be interesting.
Awesome. And he worked with Lucas before because he worked on Jedi when he was a teenager.
So who are they going to have play, like... Are they going to actually have, like, Luke Skywalker and, like,
We have
Han
no
Solo?
idea at this point. I mean,
they could actually have Han Solo, because... What's his name? Doesn't look that old.
yeah. Well, I mean,
But, I mean, they would
It
would
could
just
be, like,
show
years
them,
apart.
and then they would move on.
Yeah, it would be, like, years
yeah, I mean, it would have to be
afterwards.
years, of course. But I don't know. No one knows. I mean, until they really. I mean, obviously they have a treatment, but that's not getting leaked. So
Well, if they had, I forget who, the actor for Luke Skywalker, I forget his name.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah, Mark Hamill. If they had him play as, like, an Obi-Wan character, and then they introduced, like, a new Jedi...
Which is what they would do if they're going
Like,
to.
that
bring
would
those
be
characters
fucking
back,
awesome.
They would have to.
I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because didn't Mark Hamill say, like, in an interview back in, like, the 70s when they were talking about the 9 Star Wars films, he said, like, he was going to come back in 2004 to do the new Star Wars movie, which
Supposedly,
was a little late.
Right.
I watched the interview, like,
Yeah.
So that was, like, a plan that they already
That's what I'm
had, that
saying,
they were
that
going to make
was the
7, 8, 9.
supposed
He was
plan.
going to come back in 2004. We're a little late to that, but, I mean...
I can still see him coming back, because he doesn't,
Yeah.
like, he looks old, like, older, but, like, he doesn't look, like, fucking, like, old.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who's aged badly. Harrison Ford has aged kind of badly.
He's
Probably
kind
in
of...
the last couple of years.
Yeah, but
until the last
he's
few
stood
years,
the
he's
test of time
still
pretty
not
well.
bad. Carrie Fisher has aged very poorly.
She's, yeah.
Very poorly. Yeah. So
I wouldn't even put her in.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah,
I really wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I'd be like,
I
oh,
would say-
she died.
Yeah, exactly. I would kill her off screen.
Are we gonna have Warwick Davis play the little Javas again, or the what the
he
fuck
could
they
do
called?
Ewoks.
Yeah, the Ewoks.
He could be Wicked again. Yeah.
Warwick Davis.
Yeah, my question then would also be though, would they bring back? I mean, because they would obviously, if you're going to tie them all together, you got to have C-3PO and R2 in there.
Oh yeah.
So Anthony Daniels can come back and do C-3PO again. He's still, I mean, he's older, but he can still do it.
Well, who they have
He
play
did it
in the?
prequels. He did it
Oh, in the prequels. Okay. Yeah.
But R2, Kenny Baker is getting really old. They only had him in one scene for each of the prequels just to be able to say he played R2 in all of them.
Yeah.
The rest of it was all CGI R2.
God.
So
What's so hard about they can actually build that fucking thing now?
I know.
What's so hard about
but,
just building it and
he
just
wanted to
have it remote controlled by somebody?
Fucking rockets coming out so that R2 could fucking fly, even though he apparently lost that ability in the other three movies.
Yes.
Like that could have come in handy in some of those other scenes.
That movie's like that movie. God,
Well, it's because
that whole story's pissed me off.
they went through all the wars and everything. All their shit was not taken care of. Or they explained that in the fucking Episode 3.
They wiped the robots'
4.
Secret
Episode
good
4.
memories. Yeah.
Yeah. And then 4, they were in horrible shape when Luke discovered them or when he bought them from the fucking.
Well, okay, but here's the thing: they were not in horrible shape. Okay,
Yeah,
they had been
They were
working
in rough
for
shape.
Leia,
But I'm just saying, the rocket boosters could have gone out or not been replaced. with
and no
fuel.
one knew how to fix it at all.
Well, R2 can't tell them.
Yeah.
What if no one knew that
You
he?
can tell them.
Well, I guess you
Why?
can
How?
tell C3PO.
R2D2. Beep boop beep boop beep boop.
Yeah, C-3PO can translate, sir.
That's true.
That's how
And they didn't wipe R2D2's memory.
No, they just wiped 3PO. R2's the only one in the entire thing who knows the entire story of everything. That's the whole point.
So wait, how did C3PO get his memory wiped again?
They used it as kind of a...
They
Throw
used the
away.
memory wiper, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
Come on. Here's my question: when 3PO was reawakened with his wiped memory, why didn't R2 just be like, "All right, bro, let me let you in on what's been going on here," and upload a bunch of data through his little penis thing that he hacked that door with?
R2 likes being the only one that knows.
He's a greedy little bastard.
Oh yeah, he is. Of course.
This is the dumbest fucking plot I've ever heard in my life. He could have just been like, "Hey, check it out, 3PO. Here's what's been going on."
Oh, I know. He could have. When they got to Tatooine
Yeah.
and he met Uncle Owen, he could have said, "Hey, we know this guy." He could have mentioned all of this stuff. He could have said, this is Darth Vader's brother-in-law, dude.
Yeah. And they met Luke. They could have been like, "Hey, this is Darth Vader's son."
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, R2's a dick. He could have solved a lot of stuff.
Yep.
He really could. He kept it all to himself.
What a
He was
shithead.
a fucking dick.
Wow.
I know.
I used to like R2D2, but now I'm thinking about it, I'm like,
No,
no.
No, I actually love him more. That's why I like him.
Yeah.
He's the best.
I'm just
character.
gonna
Speaking of robots,
Okay.
we did mention that the election happened.
Yes. And Mitt Romney, robot Optimus Prime,
Was not
was
elected.
not elected to the presidency.
That is
Megatron
not a surprise.
beat him.
Megatron came and laid a bitch slap down.
And by Megatron we mean Obama, the devil.
Yes, of course.
The devil rose from the heavens and smited this robot to the ground.
Yeah. Well,
I'm pretty happy.
I know. I'm happy about it too. I was not relishing.
I'm
Mitt
only
Romney.
happy that Romney didn't win. I'm only happy because other people are mad.
Yeah.
Well, that puts a little smile on my face too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't really
Because-
care who the president is.
No,
It doesn't
yeah,
really affect me.
It does.
It
You
doesn't.
choose not to look at it.
We're white men. There's no
As I say, I'm a
bad
straight white
position
male.
we can be in.
What are they going to do
You're a
to me?
straight white male, and you are now being dominated by an alpha black male. He is the leader. Of
But he's
this country.
basically white.
That's not what his dick says.
Well, I don't see his dick. He might have a white dick.
No.
I don't know. There's, you know how I know he's not black? Because he's with a black woman. Real black men go with fat white women.
No.
Yes,
They really
100% of the time.
No.
150%
I
of the
think
time.
your math on that is a little wrong.
No, it's absolutely
Unless
right.
she's white.
But I will say this.
They're both white.
Oh shit! Then they're just both white.
Isn't it normal?
She
People.
could be. You don't know that many black people that are into fitness and nutrition and health.
Right, they're mostly into like.
God.
They're mostly into like squirt soda and grape soda and watermelon chicken wings.
Kool-Aid and watermelon.
Kool-Aid, watermelon, and chicken wings and
Chicken and waffles, baby.
yeah,
There it is.
big booties and sweating. That's all they're into.
Yeah. So maybe they are white.
See,
Maybe the tint on my TV is just off.
The contrast.
wouldn't it be funny if you thought like the president was black the whole time and he was white?
That would be funny.
That would be hilarious. That'd be like your own little Truman Show.
You know what? That reminds me though. We should go back to a time in politics in which no one really ever saw the presidents when they were running, unless you physically went to like a rally, and
Yeah.
that was tough to get to. You know, like you heard their radio addresses.
So it's
and
like you
stuff
actually
like
had to
that.
know what their policies were.
Exactly, but it would just be interesting. I wonder if
Any of them were black.
they could have been, for all we know.
Yeah.
And they just painted them
Time will tell.
when they did the portraits. The artist
Exactly,
just
they
painted
just
them
painted
white.
them white instead of their real black selves.
Oh
I
shit!
mean, what if FDR was black, dude? It explains a lot.
It explains why he put the little panel on the desk
That's right.
to hide that big black dick hitting the ground.
That's true.
Huh?
All the pieces are fitting together.
With the fact that his legs didn't work.
No, I'm thinking it's the dick. I'm thinking he couldn't
Yeah.
stand because that dick was just
Too heavy.
too
I don't
heavy.
think he had it. I think he was one-legged. Yeah.
You think he pogoed upon his dick?
I think that's why he couldn't walk.
That makes sense. I mean,
That's the only explanation, really. I mean, nobody has polio anymore. Come on.
that was a really weak way of polio.
I
Bullshit.
got polio as a child, and it just
Bullshit, FDR.
fucking bull.
That's funny. I
Polio.
bet you, like, if we had a president like FDR now, fucking Fox News or, like, the Republicans would probably spin it as, like, they're like, oh my god, he's, like, showing that we're, like, weak. He can't even stand in front of these people. And, like, it would just spin it in such a negative way.
It would. Yeah, I mean, it's a
Kinda
totally
crazy.
different time. That's why I think it would be interesting if we went back to,
Cripples?
cripples and black people exclusively.
I think it'd
as
just be
our
interesting
people
in
running
general,
office.
just to...
I can't wait till we got like a Chinese dude up in the White House. Can't wait till Jackie Chan gets elected president. That's gonna be sweet.
It's gonna be
Jackie
awesome.
Chan can't be elected president.
Why?
Sorry to burst your butt. He wasn't born in America.
Well, neither was Obama.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
That
Born in
rule-
fucking Guatemala, wherever he's born.
That rule,
Cuba. Where was he
that
born?
rule will be
Born in
changed
Hawaii,
slowly.
moron.
No,
They keep saying he
in
was
the
born in
Republican size.
Kenya.
Oh,
the
I always heard it was like
What?
Cuba or some shit.
No, they're saying
No.
he was born in Kenya,
Yeah, Kenya.
which is where his father was from.
Yeah.
But regardless, okay?
Yeah. You were
This is the thing. No, because you can less regard this.
okay.
But the point is, if you were born from an American citizen,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where you were born, you're still an American citizen. His mother is white and she was from Kansas.
Okay.
Even if he was born in Kenya, he's still an American citizen because his mother was an American citizen.
Is that how it works?
That's actually how it works.
I don't believe it.
Go ahead and look it up.
I
do.
believe he was born in the pits of hell.
Okay.
And-
You don't get born there, you're forged there.
Where he was forged by the Dark Lord Sauron
Exactly.
in the fires of Mount Doom.
Exactly.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And a hobbit picked him out of the lake
And put him on.
and put him on. So there's a little hobbit inside of Obama's body that controls his body.
That's pretty good.
Explains the hairy
It
feet.
does explain hairy feet. It explains his general whiteness.
Yeah.
Because it's not really him in control.
Yeah. It's like the little alien from Men in Black.
That's gonna say exactly.
We should go on a journey to meet Obama just so we can touch the back of his ear and see what'll happen.
See if it opens up.
And when they arrest us, we'll be like, "Hey, we just thought he was an alien.
We're just checking.
We're just checking, bro. No one ever does it.
We're doing your job.
We're doing your job. Secret Service, MI6. That's a different part of the
that's
world.
a different part of the world. I don't think they care.
Yeah.
They got their own problems.
Yeah.
Okay, so Obama, president for a second term.
Ugh.
Romney, a shell of a man.
Just a shell of a robot.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, I think he would probably be more robotic now. They've just gutted him completely.
They took out his circuitry and they're going to place his parts into something else.
I'm just saying, like, he probably is going to go back to one of his homes and they're going to plug him in.
Recharge him?
And just leave him in the room for a little while, in the corner.
So you're saying they're going to pull an iRobot on him?
Yes.
And since he's the old model, they're just going to dump him somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, Tag Romney's obviously going to take over now. And he'll probably run for president now.
Okay.
Because he's the newer, younger model.
Good work.
So, I mean, the Republicans don't have any other plan, so why not just do that?
Just create presidents?
Yeah, just, of course.
Just build them?
I'm just saying, let's weird science it up in here, and let's just build a dream presidential candidate. Get Reagan's bra, and... That's what they should do. Just take pieces from all
the different presidents.
You know what that would be like?
And just create this
that would
fucking
be like
Frankenstein of a president.
G.I. Joe, when they who was it? The like Cobra dude. But
I'm not a G.I. Joe person.
Serpentor. That was it.
Okay.
He traveled to all the ancient places where all these
Joes.
No, all these horrible dictators and world leaders, conquerors, things like that, and he got a little bit of their DNA to create one master person to lead Cobra.
Actually sounds pretty fucking awesome.
It was pretty fucking awesome. It was.
No, I mean, like, for our president
Yeah,
to
no,
be
and that's what I'm saying. We should
part Hitler, part Stalin, part Ramses? Was he evil? I don't know. I don't really know my Egyptian history very well.
He's Egyptian. They're all evil.
Okay. Well,
so, yeah. I mean...
Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Team Rocket from Pokemon. I feel like we need to start stealing from fictional worlds as well, because you can't just stop in the real world. You got to make a portal to
so
the...
we need to get a little Voldemort?
A lot of Voldemort, let's be honest. Best villain ever.
Yeah.
A little bit of Bella. A little bit of Monica. No. Oh, God, that song. What's that again? A little bit of Rita on my side. Something like you.
Little bit of monkey.
Little monkeys.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Talk about that song.
Talk about that song. Alright, so... Well, because we were talking about it, in the car, and I don't know what the Republicans are going to do.
Yeah.
This is a total clusterfuck for them.
Well, they were already, in shambles.
I know, they were already,
in the 08 election.
This was,
I remember in the 08 election, my government teacher, who was, she had voted Republican, all her life, was just the party's fucking falling apart. She's like, I'm voting Obama.
Yeah.
And I'm just
that's the thing. It obviously was in shambles because Romney should not have been able to get the nomination. I mean, he lost the previous primary the time before to McCain.
Yeah.
So he really should not have been able to do it. The only reason he did was because there was nobody fucking else out there.
Yeah. He's going up against Rick Perry and...
I mean, Jesus Christ. There was no other
Ross
viable...
Perot and...
Who's the other guy?
He went up against Santorum.
Yeah, Rick Santorum. That guy was a fucking idiot.
Yes, they were all fucking idiots. But
I did like Ron Paul, though.
Ron Paul's
he's a different breed.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell...
John Paul.
I like Jean.
Although you
Jean
could tell,
Paul.
like, you could tell he was smarter than the rest of them.
Well, he's
by
an
far.
intelligent guy, but he has the most radical ideas.
Like, what?
Like, he doesn't believe the government should do anything.
Oh, well.
Like, he's a libertarian, dude.
Yeah.
He believes that, like, the FDA should be shut down. He believes that the Department of Education should be shut down.
Yes, I agree. YouTube,
No.
that's our teacher.
No.
That's the future.
No, it's not.
If YouTube and Wikipedia are not our future teachers, then we are living in a sad, sad world. And I don't want to grow up
like
in it.
most Republicans used to. Because they cut education like fucking crazy. Yet, like, the military
No, they
budget.
They,
like,
they do a
is-
very, like, you're on your own, like, mindset. Like,
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah,
everyone. Like
we're-
everybody for
like,
themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
they do.
that's the problem because they think everything is like a business. So, like, well, fuck you if you ain't got the money, then, like, don't complain.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, but. And they think everybody's like moochers until they need money to fund like their shit. Then they're like, well, that's just the way it works. And I'm like, wait, hold on a second here.
Right. I know.
But like, I don't know, like it used to not be like that bad. Like I remember like before, like the Republicans and like the Democrats, they had like, they were, even though they had their differences, they were pretty level-headed.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just like,
Well, that's
After
a
the-
reaction
like-
to the Tea Party.
yeah,
That's,
yeah, well,
that's
yeah.
the thing. They were, I mean, Republicans and Democrats were getting close on the scale.
And then all of a sudden,
And then all of a sudden the Tea Party came up and the Republicans had to go fucking batshit crazy. Because they were losing Senate seats, they were losing Congress seats to these fucking weird-ass people that wanted to overthrow everything.
We're talking like a Mad Hatter Tea Party? Because that would
Yeah.
explain a lot.
Yeah,
It was more mad than that.
Yeah.
And
But I mean,
one to
the
explain
Mercury
it.
in the hats would explain a lot of that shit.
True.
I think this is just pure stupidity at birth.
Yeah, this is just,
Dumb
outright
shit.
stupidity and not really a grasp on the real intricacies of the government. That's really what it comes down
Yeah.
to.
Like, I
Yeah.
remember them, like, getting upset over, like, czars being in the White House. I'm like, okay, like, first of all, they're just, like, there to, like, give advice.
Right.
I'm like, they've been there since, like, Reagan and all that
Yes.
shit.
I know.
And they're just getting all upset because, like, czars is, like, Russian kind of language. And they're like, oh my god, goddamn Russian socialist, like, communist, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my god. And it's, like, funny because people are like, oh, like, people come up to me and be like, Matt, like, not every Republican's like that. I'm like, please. I'm like, show me one that isn't. Because everybody that I've run into, they're like, oh, like, my dad has, like, his little business, and people will come in and be like, you know, in Oklahoma, they have, like, terrorist training camps. I'm like, oh, you are so fucking retarded. I'm like, no, they do not. And they think Obama's a Kenyan.
Right.
I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, even if he was, like you said, his mom is American, so he's still a U.S. citizen.
Right.
No, they think he's the Antichrist and
Well, yeah, that too.
all that stupid shit.
Oh yeah, I remember one
Think
girl
he's
said that.
anti-religious or anti-Christian and all that shit.
No, I remember a girl.
Ridiculous.
I remember my girl in my government class in college was like, I'm not going to vote for Obama because he's the Antichrist, because the Antichrist says it's a dark figure. Or like the Bible says the Antichrist is a dark figure. And like the black people in that classroom just gave her the dirtiest look. And like I was like the most like outspoken person. And I just like looked down, I'm like, see what I told you about religion? I'm like, makes people fucking crazy.
I would have been the one in that class that would have been like, hey, all you black people need to beat the shit out of this girl after class.
you know
and they
they
would have looked
probably-
at me and been like, we're going to.
Oh, you
Just
know
give me a
they,
nice
you
little
know they
nod.
probably did.
Oh, yeah.
They probably whooped that girl's ass.
They probably stuck things up her pussy that'll just ruin her forever. That's what I would do if I ever... What? I'm just saying, if I was black and I was crazy homicidal, as most black people are, then I would do that. Shove like a glass dildo up there, and then I'd punch her in the gut and it'd shatter.
Oh my god. But I think like it's like so funny. Like after the election, like there was nobody on Facebook. Nobody. It was like so quiet. Everybody's just like.
Besides you, like I didn't really see anybody that was like, "Yeah, Obama won." Like, "Fuck you." Like, suck a dick. Like, no one really did that.
Yeah.
But like you were saying,
we live
if
in
Romney would
Texas,
have,
though. We live in Texas, so we have more Republican friends than we do liberal friends or like Democrats.
I surround myself with.
Yeah. So
Democrats.
More democratic.
Yeah, I try to, but like
But
I have
even
I have
even like just the
acquaintances
internet,
that are,
like in general, like in
cool.
comments and like forums and shit like that. You don't see people going like, "Oh, Obama won, suck a dick." They're still complaining.
Yeah.
They're still like, "Oh man, Obama won." Ugh.
Yeah.
Like I will admit though, like this, like Romney was not as bad as the whole McCain and Sarah Palin thing.
Well, because it was mostly Palin.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I mean, McCain would not have been bad. I had no real problems with McCain other than I didn't agree with a lot of his policies.
I like that one.
You didn't agree with him as a president.
Because I'm a Democrat. So obviously I'm not going to agree with most of his policies.
Yeah.
But in terms of Republican, he was more centrist than anybody else.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
The only reason he eventually ran to the right at the end was because of Palin and the whole Tea Party thing.
Yeah, the Tea Party, Palin.
Hopefully this is the death knell for the Tea Party.
Palin pretty much fucked the Republican Party.
She did.
Like, she took it to a whole
Which
fucking
you have to
level.
say that's McCain's fault because they chose her.
Yeah.
They did. I mean, they chose her.
I was say that election was the. I mean, this might have just been because I was.
That was a mind-fuck election.
Yeah, so I was thinking, maybe it's just because I was growing up and maybe paying attention a little bit more to politics that year, but like for me, that was when I really noticed like the Republicans are just fucking like crazy and out of control.
Well, it was almost like that election. Like people like who weren't into politics were forced into it because you had like this lady that was just spouting off like fucking nonsense, and you saw like a big portion of the country kind of like agreeing with it. And you're like, wait, hold on a second, like. Slow down, like, let's think about this.
See, like, all the presidential shit, like, all that aside, what scares me the most is that it's the people that scare me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe, like, that many people agreed with her.
They can't make a fucking...
And that's why, even though I think the Electoral College is antiquated and is no longer needed, going to a popular vote is a scary fucking proposition.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the level of idiocy in this country.
It's like idiocy, and then just think about how many people, like, think about, like, the haters, what we call the trolls, whatever,
right.
And people are like, no, they wouldn't do that, they take it more seriously. I'm like, no, they fucking wouldn't. Like, there'd be a lot of people in there who'd just be like, hey, let's vote for, like, the retarded girl as prom queen, because it'd be funny. That happens a lot. Like, they do that shit. Like, the ugly girl as prom queen, let's vote for her, oh, it's funny. They do the same thing with the presidency.
Yeah.
Like, let's vote for this person, because it'd be hilarious to have her... Sarah Palin as our vice president, like that'd be fucking funny.
I know, but I don't know. But I don't know that. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is because the Electoral College is just we don't need it that way anymore.
Yeah,
it puts too much power in few hands.
Mm-hmm. But then again, the popular vote is scary too.
Popular.
No, what was it? No, hold on.
It's probably scary.
We had an idea. We actually had an idea a couple of days ago about doing the vote. Like if we did a popular vote. But we rated it on, like... You basically had to take a test on, like, each candidate's, like, policies. Mm-hmm. And, like, basically,
I think we said, like, you just had to take a general quiz as you were voting.
Yeah, like...
that would kind of test, like, your intelligence of, like... Of cultural things, like current affairs, like, stuff that was going on in the world. It would test, like,
at least just in the U.S.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like, in the U.S. Like, your general knowledge of, like, the stuff going on in the U.S. And basically what it would do is, like... each person's given one vote. Like you know, your vote is only worth one vote, just like it is now. But after you take this quiz, it would score you, and whatever your score is the percentage of the vote that you get. So like instead of getting like one full vote, you get like 0.47% of the vote if you're an idiot. Mm-hmm. And that would stop a lot of like, you know what I mean? Like it would have less of an impact, and then like your smarter people would be, or not just smarter, but like the people who are more in tune with
reality,
politics and reality and all that. Yeah, would. Their vote would be weighed more.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
I know, it'll never happen.
How about anybody who doesn't believe in evolution cannot vote? Because I feel like you're very uneducated if you don't. Which would be like the entire South, so we just had Democrats as...
Hey, that's all they do. Okay. I think they just need to get rid of the two-party system and just make it Democrats.
Spin it in a way where they
just... Well, and see, that's the thing. That's one of the pros of going to the popular vote is that it'll bring in viable third-party candidates. Because right now, it's not really viable for a third party to ever get an electoral vote. Yeah. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
But if you were just doing the popular vote, they could potentially be able to actually get enough votes to make it another...
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to move away from the electoral college.
I think eventually we will.
Eventually?
I think eventually it will go to popular vote. Because that's what it was before.
Yeah.
And that's what most of the countries in the world do. They do popular vote. But, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it'll still be a while probably because...
I still think it's like... because they had videos on the Electoral College and like how it works. I think it's pretty fascinating that you can only get 30% of like the popular vote and still win the fucking election. So like 70% of the people can, or
I know.
yeah, 70% of the people can hate you.
Yeah.
And you can still win.
You can still win.
As long as you strategize which states to hit.
Right.
It's amazing.
I know.
Big game of risk.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
And I bet you people will try to say like Obama did that. I'm like he might, like they all do it, like they all like pick certain states.
Politicians,
of course.
I'm like, but like when you got like people on the right like talking about what's considered legitimate rape and like how they don't understand like how women get pregnant. I'm like, that kind of hurts your campaign when you get tied to that shit. I'm like, even if you didn't even say it, like Romney didn't even say all that crap.
Right.
Like, the fact that people in his party did, you're just like, oh my god.
I know, which is why I'm saying the Republicans really need to do some soul searching and figure out.
They need to do some goddamn scientific research or something. Like, read a fucking book.
That's not going to happen, though.
They're not going to
That's not going to happen.
get smart.
Their book is called the Bible, and they've read it cover to cover.
Apparently not, though, because there's a Mormon up in the biatch.
Oh, please. Nobody reads their Bible cover to cover.
Yeah.
Because if they did, they'd be atheists in like a day. They'd be like, wait a minute. They're like, what is this shit? What are you trying to tell me? Dude, I don't even know. Like, I can't even get through fucking Genesis. Like, there's like, a lot of it's just like...
Yeah, I hate Phil Collins, too. There's no way that's...
A lot of it's just like a family tree type of thing. It'd be like, David's like... David, the son of Matthew, the son of John, who had a wife. He's just like,
who was the son
God.
of... You're like, wait, who? If the wife was the son of something? Like, this is
I'm
weird.
like, what's this story about again? I'm like, I'm so lost.
What am I reading? Look at the cover.
Like, I like how the newer editions of the Bible throw in like awesome and like cool
so
and shit.
weird.
Try to get the
Jesus is
kids in
like,
there.
bro, that's so totally fucking rad.
Like,
Here's
dude,
my question, and I'm sure they have them out there, I've just never looked, but if they do an audio version of the Bible, who reads it?
Okay. And I can actually answer that.
Okay.
This won't give away where I work, but we receive like audio, like big audio book collections or whatever, and they're huge for the Bible, like obviously. And around the side of it were just a bunch of celebrities. And it was like, and like there were like, it was like George Clooney, like Natalie Portman, like all these different people reading, like Helen Mirren, like whatever. Some of them who have actually come out and said that they're atheists, but like, you know, made a quick buck off of that, and just read like, a little, like one of the books, and that's it.
I think Natalie Portman's like atheist. I think George Clooney might be. There's like a lot of people.
Well, my question though would be...
Which is funny, because...
But atheists love money too.
Yeah.
That's why they did it.
Yeah, I mean...
I think it's just like...
our God, so...
Yeah.
I think it's
really
funny. People like say, oh, those goddamn atheists. I'm like, okay. I'm like, do you watch Family Guy? Do you watch South Park? Do you watch any television at all? Most likely...
Jews.
It's produced by...
Unless you watch CBS.
Yeah. It's funded by Jews, but the story is created by probably
Jews.
like some secular...
But Jews are atheists.
Yeah. So really...
I don't know. I'm just saying, wouldn't you want to... Like, you would want a definitive audio reading of the Bible, and you would want it to sound like the voice of God.
Right. So James Earl
who
Jones.
would you do?
James Earl Jones.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, James Earl Jones,
Probably.
or Sean Connery.
And Sean Connery would be a good one.
That would be an interesting God.
That would be an interesting...
You know, be a really interesting God? Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Oh, God.
I would love that.
Or Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
That would be the
all
most...
the noises.
It's Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Godfrey.
God. That'd be annoying.
You know what? He should own exclusive rights to all Bible readings.
He should read the Bible. He should read the Quran. They should read
The Bhagavad Gita.
Exactly.
The Torah.
That would be awesome, dude.
That would be pretty cool.
I would own that whole collection.
Own the Gilbert Godfrey
Every time I would
religion
have
collection.
people over, I would put one of them on as the background.
Dude, what the fuck are we listening
Like, I
to?
don't listen to music in my parties. I listen to Gilbert Godfrey reading the Word of God.
Yeah. People would start complaining, like, what is this shit? This is the Bible. Sir, ma'am, you gonna talk shit upon the Bible? That's what I would say.
Ooh, maybe that's how we turn people off.
Yeah. I think we should just do our own recording of the Bible.
We should.
Ooh.
We should.
Awesome.
And we should giggle and shit like during it. Like, just
oh my god.
are we serious right now?
We should read it like a radio drama play.
We should. I think we should have a special episode coming up soon.
That would be cool.
For Christmas, obviously.
Oh, of course.
And it should just be us reading, like, not the whole fucking Bible, but we'll read a good, like, we'll start at
Half of
Genesis. And we'll read, like, a good portion
So
of it.
are we going to break it up so, like, each one of us is a character?
We should.
Like a screenplay of, like, some sort?
Well, Matt, the Bible is the biggest screenplay ever made. It's the greatest story
It's
ever told.
God's
God.
screenplay.
It's God's screenplay.
We were going to save Darren Aronofsky so much time.
Yeah. Darren, why don't you just... Hey, just give us a
Come on,
call,
just-
bro. We'll get you a script.
Shit.
We'll star in it.
Ooh.
Huh?
Could do that.
We could do that. Who would you play?
God.
Who would I play?
God.
God. Yeah, as well.
We all play God. You know what we'd be?
The Imaginarium of Dr. God. A bunch of different actors playing the same character.
Exactly.
That is brilliant.
Well, I was going to say, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. There it is.
I think Matt would play Mary Magdalene.
You can watch his feet.
What?
You would watch Jesus' feet. That's the
Who would play Jesus?
He does.
Yeah,
He's the Son.
the son.
I'm the Father.
You play God. Matt
Hello.
could play Hades. Is that the right religion?
No?
No.
Lucifer.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
We're like,
No,
close.
they didn't. They totally didn't rip off that.
Well, they didn't, because Hades isn't evil.
Yeah.
Disney made him look evil. Because it's like everybody went to the underworld.
Yeah. Yeah, they made Pan look evil, like Christians.
Pan's Labyrinth?
No, like the goat Pan, like the fucking
Like Pan's Labyrinth.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guillermo del Toro's a religious man, Christian.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see the connection.
No, I didn't think Spanish people read the Bible. It's only in English.
Oh my god, meant it to be.
That would be the best.
What?
We should do our reading of the Bible, but we need to do it in a foreign language.
Latin, Greek.
No, Sanskrit.
Sanskrit.
That's the usual one I choose.
Sumerian.
Exactly.
That's one I choose.
Okay.
But we should read it in Sumerian.
Pig Latin.
We should read it in Pig Latin, but we should do it with an Irish accent. We need to have accent.
Brogue.
Yeah.
Nice.
We should do it with a Cockney accent, but like in German.
Maybe we should just do impressions of celebrities reading the Bible.
I-
One of us could be Sean Connery. One of us could be Christopher Walken.
Yeah,
He could be Gilbert Godfrey.
that sounds perfect. He could be Helen Mirren.
He can be Natalie Portman.
If you could be any celebrity for a day, who would you be? Besides Gilbert Godfrey.
That's just an obvious.
Choose. That's a tough one.
You could do anything. You could like play with yourself. No, yeah, see, that made it interesting.
Yeah. Who would I choose? Good question. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. Probably. No.
How are we on time?
I'm thinking. Matt, who would you choose?
Hour and 3 minutes.
Who would you choose?
I don't know.
Good answer.
Good one.
Hugh Hefner
No, dude.
Too old.
Yeah.
in his early days.
Yeah, but we're talking about now.
Oh,
Like,
now.
we're a celebrity now.
Well, who was named the hottest man alive? Whatever was that? Channing Tatum, right?
Was it?
Yeah, it was the recent one.
I wouldn't.
So
wanna be
I wouldn't
Channing
want to be
Tatum.
him either.
I wouldn't mind being Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
George Clooney would be a good one though.
I would be. You got to be someone goofy. Like you just got to be one that's like no one wants to be.
I would.
I would be. Helena Bonham Carter for a day.
Then I would be Tim Burton for a day.
Fucking nasty. And Matt would obviously be Johnny Depp. We could all do a reading of the Bible. And Danny Elfman would do the musical composition for it.
Oh my god, hold on. What if Tim Burton did a stop motion movie of the Bible in his like format?
No, I don't want a stop motion. I want him to do a like Alice in Wonderland type version, but of the
Okay.
Bible.
With Johnny Depp.
With Johnny Depp as Jesus and Helen Bonham Carter as
Mary Magdalene.
as the giraffe on the ark. Or the hippo, whatever.
Who else stars in his movies?
That's it.
No, fucking what's her name? The girl, the...
Helen Bonham Carter.
No. The girl before her, like in Edward Scissorhands and in
Winona Ryder?
Beetlejuice. Yeah.
She hasn't been in any of his movies lately, though.
I don't think she's been in any movies.
You get Anne Hathaway, she was the queen, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Damn, how'd she ever get another movie role?
Because no one knew it was her.
Yeah, nobody really paid
Thank
attention.
God for
No
that.
one saw that movie.
Plus, she's got a nice body. She's pretty good. She's got some nice tits.
It was good in The Dark Knight
Yeah.
Rises.
Yeah, they probably enhanced them a little bit.
No.
They probably had some plastic padding.
No, I mean, you can watch movies that actually she shows her tits in.
Like what?
Love and Other Drugs.
Oh, that's true. I did watch that movie.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Oh, the man.
It's not a very good movie, but
No. That's what I'm saying.
that made it a good movie.
She made it a good movie. I didn't even know Jake Gyllenhaal was in that movie.
Who?
The first time I saw it.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
I-
I pretty much just fast forwarded to her parts.
You had Mr. Skin open on one screen and that movie on the other.
Exactly. I'm like,
You little team up. Boop, 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 boop. There it is.
yeah.
So basically you're Seth Rogen.
Well, I'm better than Seth Rogen.
Off the movie.
Speaking of which, I read the script for This Is 40, the pseudo-sequel to Knocked Up.
Yeah. Seen trailers of it.
Yeah.
It looks alright.
Is what's her name going to get offended again?
Yeah.
Kevin Heigl? No,
Yeah.
she's not
She's
even
not in
mentioned in it.
She's not in it?
No.
It just follows
It follows
the married
Paul
couple,
Rudd and
yeah.
Leslie Mann, the two.
Wait, she was in Zack and Mary Make a Porno too, right?
No, that's
No,
Elizabeth
that
Banks.
was Elizabeth
Oh,
Banks.
they look very similar.
No, they do not.
They're both blondes on.
All
That's your
blondes.
criteria?
All
Yeah.
blondes look alike.
All blondes look alike. Okay.
Yeah, what was her like reason for getting so upset? She felt like women were being like.
Yeah, she felt like all the women characters in the movie were poorly written, or were written as shrews and bitches.
Well,
Exactly.
they were written.
I was like, Judd Apatow just knows.
Life wrote
everything.
them like that.
Exactly.
God wrote them to be that way.
Yeah. So, but I'm sure she would watch This Is 40, and I'm sure she'll have stuff to say about it because, again, there are characters written in there that are pretty shrewish and bitches.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
But you don't hear guys complaining all the time like,
Yeah.
oh, every man's written as like a dumb fat fucking idiot, like, and the woman's always like the strong one with the better job, and you can like name every fucking TV show, and the guy, the husband, is always an
now.
idiot.
But back then,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
they used to like joke about
but
beating
people
their wives.
people weren't complaining back then; they only complain now. Like the women complain about it now. Like when the Honeymooners is like remade, they're like, "Oh, that's inappropriate." And you're like, "Really? Go watch the original." Like,
Right.
Yeah.
why'd you have nothing to say back then? They probably did. We just slapped them.
But we slapped it out of them. Exactly.
Well, that needs to go back to the way it was. Keep their little mouths shut. I think women have too much
I'm
of a
glad
voice.
you're advocating for beating women to keep
I'm
them
not
in
saying
place.
that. No, I'm not advocating beating women. I'm saying that we should beat women, though, because they open their
I'm
yappers
just saying
too
the world
much.
would be better if men beat women. That's all.
Just okay. Just hear me out. If women didn't talk so much, would it be a better world?
yes.
There you go. How do you stop a woman from talking?
You muzzle her.
Or you smack her mouth.
No, you muzzle her. You sew her lips.
You just smack the mouth. You don't even smack. Boom.
Yeah, you just slap her lip.
Slap her lip.
The lips on her face.
I
Yeah.
slap the other lips.
Yeah, well, whatever you want to do, just you gotta hit him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like physical abuse is the best way to really get through to someone. A message.
It's the most effective way. For
Yeah.
Sure. They'll remember it. I mean,
That's why if you want to teach, like here in Texas, like we try to teach abstinence in schools. I think if they just came to your school and beat your dicks in with their fists, the message would sink in, quite literally.
yeah, that's probably true. And then would they?
He wears brass knuckles that say abstinence across it, and he just pounds your dick into like a little silly
That's
putty.
a lot of letters for each finger.
Well, no, I mean it's brass knuckles, but it's like a big plate.
Right, it says
okay.
abs and then goes then ends.
And so there,
Exactly.
and it turns into a point. It's a little knife.
You punch the guys and then you fuck the girl.
It's brilliant.
It is
It
brilliant.
gets your message across.
Yeah.
I do think we should start beating women again. Though I don't really like the way they talk.
Let me ask you a question. would this be an effective way to socially adjust people if for every prostitute we just took a hot brand that said whore and just did it on their forehead?
Yes.
Do you think that would get them to stop whoring?
No. But I think it would allow us men to know where to find them, so that we can get their services.
That is true. That would be easier to use.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let me ask you this. If we were dating someone
Yeah.
and they were a bitch, while they're sleeping,
Could we
could
brand
we
them?
then brand them bitch on their forehead?
Okay. Yes and no, because sometimes guys can get a little carried away and like think that the girl is being a bitch when maybe it really was their fault. Like men are sometimes incapable of taking credit for their own mistakes or whatever, their own actions, or taking responsibility. So I think that they would have to act up twice, and then you could brand bitch.
So yeah, like we give you the first one for free.
The first one's like maybe it was me, maybe it was you. The next time they do
The next
it,
one is definitely you.
no excuse. It was definitely you, bitch.
Okay.
Branded right on the forehead.
Okay, so what other things would we brand women? There's
You-
whore and bitch.
That's it, dude. That's pretty much all they are.
Really?
I feel like that's
Let's
it.
see. Yeah, maybe.
Would we distinguish between
slut?
different levels of
Yeah, because
holiness?
whore is really just for money. Slut's just for fun.
Yeah,
Like they just fuck for fun.
right.
And those are really the girls I want to find. No, you know what? Nympho.
Nympho. There you go.
That's what we need to brand because those are the in-demand girls.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Multiple brands?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so there could be a slutty nympho.
Oh, and those
Would be the best.
I would have them on speed dial.
You wouldn't need to because, well, I mean, you can still put them in speed dial, but they'd have their number branded on their head as well.
No, because people change their number.
Then they change the brand.
Seems a little more problematic than
That's
maybe-
true.
Yeah, you just cut the skin off.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
think
just-
flaying open people's foreheads is probably the
People
best.
or objects?
Well, yeah, that's true.
Come on,
That's
Jeff.
true.
I was thinking though, but like you'd have to brand all the ones that don't put out
Oh, for sure.
for show.
I mean, we need to know that shit so we don't
Yeah.
waste our time.
Exactly. And it would just say, "Don't waste your time on it." That's what the brand. It'd be the biggest, longest brand out of any of them that we have.
Don't waste your time. This bitch doesn't put out.
At all.
At all.
Period. The end. End of story, bro. No, seriously though, she don't.
Seriously, though.
Stay
We
away.
did nothing.
You ain't getting anything. We'd have to shave their heads because I feel like this one would actually be
It might take up the whole.
it'd be like a bowl shaped brand and you put it on top of their
It'll
heads.
start here and just spiral out.
Whoa, look pretty cool.
Ooh.
Like a tattoo turban.
Yeah.
Would it glow like Avatar?
Oh, they would all glow in the dark.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
well,
that-
we got to be able to see them at night.
When you're at the club,
Oh,
We got to be able to see exactly who
You
they
know,
are.
That's true.
that way you don't even see anything. You just see a figure that just says "horror" on it, and you go, "Boom! That's what I want,"
Exactly.
and just start talking to her immediately.
Yeah.
Daddy issues, branded.
Yeah.
Mm.
If I could find slutty nympho with daddy issues,
Give me Get me another hot iron because I'm branding this one wife.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
If only we ran the world.
We need to.
I think things would be so much different.
We need to
so
find out.
I'm pretty sure they would be.
We need to find out where the Illuminati is, and we need to ask if we can, if they are hiring. If we get an application.
I got my resume with me. Can I leave this with you, or do I need to leave this with Mr. Illuminati?
Is Mr. or Mrs. Illuminati in today? No. When will they be in? Okay, I'll come back on Thursday. Thank you.
Right. Okay.
You come back and
I notice you don't have a brand on your forehead. What's your story?
Are you guys exempt from this, or what?
I'm not. I'm really uncomfortable right now.
Well, let's be honest, though. There would be no women in the Illuminati. It would be run by men.
Exactly. That's true. Well, I'm not saying she's in the Illuminati. I'm saying she's the secretary for the leader of the Illuminati.
Oh, okay. Then it would definitely say... I don't know what it would say.
Secretary?
No. I'm not putting job titles on here.
No, dude. No. What would it say? Off limits?
Property of the Illuminati.
That's probably true. And that's definitely a girl you want to steer away from.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let me say, instead of branding the forehead, because that might be a little extreme,
Mm-hmm.
can we just get them to wear T-shirts and say it?
No, because the T-shirts have to be sewn into their flesh, because there's always the risk
obviously.
that they would take them off.
They can't take them off.
Unless I'm ready for them to take it off.
Okay.
I think what you do is that you have... Okay, so it's a shirt, but it's like it has a zipper up the front of it, so it's like a hoodie, and it's sewn to their backs. So when you're ready to fuck, you can unzip it and fold it around
them.
And it's one of those things that turns into a
like
pillow.
I was going to say, yeah.
A little
it
pillow.
makes it a little comfortable when you're raping the shit out of it.
I like how Matt's very silent, but you can tell he's agreeing with all of this. He's just like, yeah, I want to rape some women.
Chef has already done that.
That's true. Alright, speaking of raping women.
Rape. She wasn't into it.
You said she wasn't.
She wasn't into it. But she didn't say I couldn't do it.
That's true.
She was,
There was consent.
who's gonna say? She was just like very indifferent about it.
So speaking of raping women, should we tell the Dad and Doug story? Because my dad's heart was raped.
Uh-oh.
Physically.
Physically raped.
Is that what it means when it means like not really
emotionally raped? It was a legitimate rape. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was legitimized.
You want to tell it?
I guess. So
And moving on.
it's not that interesting. Okay, so like my dad like used to work for this guy doing like the gold and silver stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the guy like screwed him out of like a partnership because they were gonna open up like they were gonna expand the store where they were gonna sell like I guess World War II, World War I like memorabilia and all that shit. And then I guess the guy like went behind my dad's back and like partnered with the owner of the building, like the landlord, to do it. So he was basically like, oh, like whatever, like I don't, fuck you kind of thing. And my dad's like, all right, well, fuck you, dude. He's like, I'm gonna open up my store, and my dad opens it right across the street from this guy.
Right.
And it's just like a small office. It's not like a giant store. It's just a really small office. And like we told my dad like beforehand, like, hey, like there's gonna be some drama. Like this fool's like crazy. Like he's gonna do some shit. And like my dad's like, okay, guys, like whatever, like whatever you say. I was like, all right, like don't listen to us because we've been right about everything else we've said. And sure enough, like we go on our trip to Italy, we come back. This fool, like this guy, like literally came back like the day after we got back from Italy. So we had left for the night. Like we left the office for the night, and he, I guess, after we left, walked across the fucking street and scraped off our window decal, like our like logo with the store hours and everything. just like scraped it off like a fucking like madman, because when we found it in the morning, there was like still parts of it like just hanging off, like it had been done like out of anger. So like we filed a police report, and like, you know, we named him as a suspect, and we're like, okay, like, you know, it's that's it, like that's the most he's gonna do, because like my dad told them that, hey, we filed the police report and you're a suspect I named, so like don't like even come near here. Well, was like maybe a week or two passes, and okay, so my dad got like a big handheld sign made up, and it was just like, it was saying like we pay 100% in like gold, and it was like just a sale we did for like the weekend, and we had like so many people like coming in and like selling all their stuff, and I guess he got like all pissed off, and then they were having like a little Craigslist like fucking feud, and like he was calling out my dad like using his real name, being like, oh, like this guy's like a fucking shithead, like asshole. So my dad like, you know, called him out, and he's like, hey man, he's like, thanks for giving me evidence of like defamation of character, like you might want to take this down before like I get into like some legal matters. So like he took it down. I forget what else was like said, but anyways, like it escalated to the point where my dad's like sitting in his office, and the guy like walked into the fucking building, into my dad's office, and like just started like fucking cursing at him, and like telling him he was gonna like beat his ass and like fucking like kill him. And then like he was like about to like slam my dad's like computer, like his laptop, like on the fucking table. My dad just like, he just like rolled back in his little office chair, and he grabbed his gun off the table and just put it in his lap and like rolled back so the guy could see it. And he said he just like looked down and was like like stuttering and shit. My dad's like, why don't you put my laptop down and get the fuck out of here? And he's just like, oh, he like dropped the laptop from like an inch off the table. And as he's walking out, like he like sees one of my dad's like little war posters, like it's an original like World War I or whatever. He looks at it, and he like looks back at my dad, and he just like fucking throws the goddamn like poster off the wall, so like it breaks the glass in the frame, and he just like storms out. Well, it's just like, so my dad's like, okay, like whatever, like what the fuck was that all about? And like everybody in that building could hear the commotion, like the owners and everything, like they saw and heard everything. And they're just like, you need to like call the cops. My dad's like, yeah, like I'm going to. But he did, well, he was about to, but then they found out that the guy had actually called the cops first. And I'm just like, why would he call the fucking cops first if he's the one that like started all this shit? Like, you're the one that came over and started like breaking other people's crap and threatening people's lives. And I'm like, my god, dude. I'm like, this guy's like fucking like retarded. So the cops come over, they file the report and everything. And it's funny because his like older partner was like shot and killed in front of his house. So like that's all my dad had to say to the cops. It was just like, you know, this guy comes in, he like threatens my life, he's like breaking my shit. He's like, and you know, like his other partner got killed in front of his house, and he's like, I'm not saying he did it, but it's like that kind of worries me after seeing this kind of behavior. Well, apparently the cops have been like fucking investigating this motherfucker for like years, and have been like on his ass, and like nobody likes him. And one of the lady that runs like the salon like in that same building, her husband's like one of the Frisco like cops. And he just like told my dad, he's like, you know what, he's like, if this guy even looks at your fucking building wrong, he's like, you call me and I'll lock his ass up. So it's just like crazy.
Yeah.
But like I knew it was gonna get to this point. My dad's like, oh, okay, like I think that's the end of it. I'm like, no. I'm like, this motherfucker's like crazy. I'm like, he tried to play it off like he was the victim because he probably called the cops and was like, I did a bad thing, and you know, I just lost you know, my temper took control. So they were probably like, oh, okay, like, Mr. blah, blah, blah. And then they came to my dad, and they're like, well, you know, he said, like, you know, there were, like, some personal feelings hurt and stuff like that. My dad's like, no. He's like, this crosses, like, personal feelings. This is just, like, fucking crazy.
Right.
He's like, whose side are you on? They're like, well, no, like, we're not on anybody's side, but we're just saying. I'm like, no.
We're on his side.
Like, don't even, like, why would you even bring that up? I'm like, personal feeling, like, the law has nothing to do with personal feelings. Like, I can say all, like, everything I want about something or somebody, like, to a certain degree.
Right.
Unless it's, like, it starts hurting their, like, reputation, you know, shit like that. Like, I can say, like, whatever I fucking want. I'm like, doesn't give me, and, like, it doesn't give the other person the right to come over and just start, like, throwing shit and breaking my property and...
Right.
Oh, this is fucking crazy. But, I mean, it's kind of funny in a way. It's the most excitement I've had in Frisco in a long time. Crazy shit. Can you believe that? A grown-ass man.
Wow.
A 40-year-old grown-ass motherfucking man. Well, he's not really a man. He's still a child because his wife beats him and he has to have his parents co-sign for him on a fucking car. He was like making fun of dad. He's like, yeah, you're just like a fucking like house dad. I'm like, why would you say that? Like, especially in this like economic state. I'm like, you know, a lot of dads are probably at home like jobless. I'm like, now you just like turned off like everybody. I'm like, you just turned off like people that haven't had a job in like months.
Sure.
Like me. Although I'm not dad, so.
That we know of.
No. It's true. Interesting.
There could be some whores with some babies.
Huh?
So there could be some whores with some babies.
Yeah, but I don't sleep with whores.
How would you know?
I didn't see the brand.
Our law hasn't gone into effect yet.
Oh.
It was only voted in Colorado and Washington the other day, so...
Yeah.
So progressive.
Oh my god. No, see, I have a feeling like that law would pass in the South
The
before it
branding
passed
women?
it anywhere else.
Oh yeah.
What? The whole
Branding
branding?
women.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think we're in the right position to be able to get this passed.
Yeah, especially in the South. I mean, not just because of the whole, like, you know, slavery and, like, womenizing, but just because it's just gotten so fucking crazy down here. Like, I'm pretty sure I could propose anything and they'd just be like, alright, like, we'll just have you run for president. Like, you know.
Matt Rudy for president.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I might have to move to Canada.
I would definitely move. No, I would definitely pull an assassination.
There it is. Because you'd be next in the line of succession.
Exactly.
Was it a monarchy?
Yeah.
Of course.
You would create a monarchy and then I'd take the throne.
Well, no, we'd run the Rudy ticket. That's what we'd run.
See, if I got
That'd be
elected...
kind of cool, and everybody would be chanting, Rudy, Rudy.
Now, see, what would actually happen is that I would get elected president, I'd do it for about a year and be like, no, I don't like it, and just, like, leave.
Just walk out.
I just walk out like I do with all my jobs. I didn't put in my 2 weeks or anything. Just like, I would move to Canada. Like, oh, like how things are going down here.
Yeah.
North.
This president's an
So
asshole.
what I would do is, I would work it for like a year,
Yeah.
and then right before the State of the Union, I would walk up to the podium, and then I'd just walk out and give a little wave.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Like, what up?
You just lean in very calmly after you take your big old sip of water. Moving to Canada. Oh, there's gas in the audience and you just walk out.
Yeah. I think that would be the best way to do it. I think we need to have a leader who has the balls to be able to say, you know what, we're done here. We've pretty much fucked this up.
Yeah,
so
I don't like the way it was run before me. I don't like the way I'm running it right now.
I don't think anybody else could do it any better.
Therefore, peace out, bitches.
Let's just disband this thing right now. All the states, you're released. Free for all.
Free for all. That's what I'd say.
This country has just gone thunderdome. I would say I'm moving to Bartertown. See you later.
You will find a pair of rollerblades under all of your seats. Welcome to Rollerball. Just walk out.
The entire country's a ring.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
Whoa, that would be awesome.
That would be the best thing ever. Speaking of which, the other day I was flipping around the TV and I saw The Running Man. It was on. Have you ever watched The Running Man with Schwarzenegger?
Probably, actually.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
So, The Running Man was based on a Stephen King story
Called
The Running Man.
Awesome.
But they changed so much of it, it was virtually unrecognizable as The Running Man.
Yeah.
Because in the story, and this is why I wanted to make this as a movie, but then after 9/11 happened, it's not going to happen now. Because at the end of this, he flies a plane into the headquarters of this TV station and kills everybody. And that's not going to happen, so...
You can still get away with it. Dude, it's been 11 years.
Yeah, that's true. Those wounds have completely closed. Nobody even talks about it anymore.
They really don't.
Yeah, I guess they're fairly good.
The victims' families, like, they're good now.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, it's been after, I think, 10 years of the cutoff, really. That's when you mourn. After that...
Oh my god, that's a long mourning period.
You just pretend that those people never even existed in the first place.
Yeah, I feel like after 5 years you forget their faces.
Oh yeah, you would, for sure.
Move on.
Yeah.
It's time to move on, people.
It is time to move on.
Those buildings were an eyesore.
Yeah, they really were.
Quite frankly, I'm glad they're gone.
Yeah.
Because every time I saw a postcard and I was like, ooh, Statue of Liberty, pretty. Like, oh, Empire State Building, awesome. Ew, what are those two rectangles just, like, popping up on here? I was like, someone needs to take those things out. I prayed one night and my prayers came true. Not the way I wanted it to happen, but I think they should have just moved them somewhere.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
He does. God. I said, God, can you please just get rid of those things? I don't want to see them anymore. But don't hurt anybody, please. Thank you.
And I did that on September 10th.
And lo and behold, next day,
wow.
He took what I said and he, like a genie, he spun my wish a little bit and
right. See, exactly.
I wasn't very happy with the way he did
again,
that.
That brings you back to my point about The Running Man.
Yeah.
Okay, like the story is about this you know dystopian kind of future in which this gaming company, like, they run everything.
Okay, so Disney.
Exactly. So basically, it's Disney.
Yeah.
And they, the people that are dying that have no money, in order to get money to live, they go and apply to the games.
Now, is this the story or the movie?
This is the story.
Okay.
Okay. And so they, and they take these tests and all this stuff, and they figure out what's the best one for them. They're going to pick people that have, like, heart conditions, and they have this one called, like, treadmill for bucks. And you're supposed to run on the treadmill as fast as you can for as long as you can, the longer you run. And they're going to put people that have heart conditions on that. So if they die in the middle of it, because if you die, you don't get any money.
Yeah. So the game masters are rigging the...
Exactly. And so the big one is the Running Man. And what the Running Man is that they let you go, and you can go anywhere in the world. I mean, you're basically trying to hide for 30 days. And if you survive the 30 days, you win, and you win, more money than you could possibly imagine.
Survive from what?
They send the hunters out after you. And these are people that are specific. I mean, they're basically assassins, and they're looking to kill you, and they're trackers. Okay? But since it's a televised thing, everyone in the world knows who you are. And for anybody who gives a tip on where you are, they get money. So it's really like the whole world is looking for you.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's pretty tough to survive. If everywhere you go, everyone's looking for you. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a pretty interesting premise, and it's about this guy, Ben, who does, he's in The Running Man, and he has to go from city to city, and he tries to, alter his appearance and all this stuff, but people still find him or figure out who he is, and it's about them doing it. And at the end, he does kidnap this woman, holds her hostage, gets onto a plane, and he's trying to figure out where he wants to go, and he decides, you know what, we're just going to fly it into the games building and destroy everybody there. Okay? Now in the movie, oh my god. Okay? Alright, so this movie was made in the 80s.
Yeah.
So already,
I'm already getting like an Escape from LA feel.
Oh god, yes. Okay? Because in this, it's not like you're running in the whole thing. They've built like an arena okay, that you're going through.
Right. The funds are low
Right, exactly.
in the 80s.
And the hunters that they send out after you in this are, oh my god, dude. In the other one, they're like all ex-military guys. They have this whole, they have a background in actual warfare and killing and stuff like that. These guys, they have one who's like he's a big sumo-looking Japanese guy that they dress in hockey stuff.
Good shit.
And he has a razor blade stick. And so they heard you.
Scythe?
No, like a hockey stick. It's just got a razor blade on the end of it.
Okay.
And they herd you to his little ice rink that they've built. And he comes skating out after you.
So wait, hold on. Does it look like his hockey stick has just like a blade high heel? Like it was like a shoe or something?
No.
Is it just like an extension of
Are you saying
the
someone
stick?
taped a blade, a razor blade?
No. They've made the hockey stick into it's metal instead of wood.
So it's a scythe.
But it's like with a curved blade, right?
It's not a curved blade. It's still a straight that they made a point at the end, and then they made almost like Rambo's knife. They made serrated edges on the bottom of it.
Okay.
So that he can come up and slice you with it.
So it's like a spear? You slice people with?
No, it's like a scythe. It's like a scythe, but a
motherfucker.
hockey stick.
Imagine a hockey stick
Yeah.
that's sharp and can cut you.
That's why I keep going to the scythe, because that's what I'm thinking.
It's not a scythe, though.
Is
It's
there
really
a point on it, or is the hockey blade just sharp at the edges?
No, the hockey blade is just sharp at the edge.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's still curved.
Because hockey sticks are a little curved.
A little, but just imagine an actual hockey stick that they just made sharp.
All right.
Okay,
That's all.
continue.
Okay? Okay, so... And he's not even the best one, okay? Okay, so then they have this guy who they call him Dynamo.
Good. Does he use dynamite?
Now listen. He's this big fat white guy who sings opera songs while wearing, in the 80s, imagine, okay, a very low tech, but on his body he wears black spandex with a bunch of circuitry on it, and on his head that lights up, okay? And then he has a power pack on the back of him with these little things running down his arm so that he can shoot electricity at you. It is so ridiculous.
This sounds so awesome as hell.
Oh
I
my
don't even know
God.
what you're talking about, but it sounds amazing.
Dude, it is so ridiculous.
This sounds like Spider-Man on ice, and I want to see it.
Okay, and so the guy who heads up who's the host of the show.
Yeah.
Do you know who Richard Dawson is?
No.
He was the old host of the Family Feud.
Okay.
Okay, he did this.
Okay.
Okay, and he was actually pretty good at it.
Yeah, this is a host.
Which is funny. He was the best thing in the movie. Okay, but the big thing was Arnold Schwarzenegger after Terminator and stuff like that. They made a joke of his "I'll be back" line. Okay, because they put him in the little thing that they're going to shoot him down the slide into the arena, and he says, "Killian, I'll be back." And he looks at him for a second. He goes, "Only in a rerun," and he sends him down the thing. And I was just like, "Oh my god,
it's so meta."
It is so bad." And it just, I watched it as a kid and I liked it because I was a kid. I knew better. But then, it wasn't until I was in my teens that I actually read the story it was based on, and I loved that story so much more than that.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh my god, I want to make this into an actual movie that actually follows what this was, because that was more interesting.
But we can't do that anymore.
But now it's not going to happen.
Because, not just that building thing, but the Hunger Games and
I know,
Battle
exactly.
Royale
That's what I'm saying.
and
It's
all that crap, you just can't make it.
It's really not going to happen, probably. But I still dream that, because they already did. I wanted to do The Mist, and they already did that one. That was one of my big ones that I wanted to do when I was a kid.
Which actually they did a
it's good.
Good job.
Yeah,
on
no,
it.
it's Frank Darabont. He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it was one of my dream projects that I didn't get to do. been a lot of those. I have to cross them off my list. If they ever make the Dark Tower, I'm just gonna probably have to kill myself. I know
We're
they're
going
working on
to
it, and it's
the
been,
TV
it's
series.
fallen apart like twice.
TV series, right? They didn't want
No,
to.
they were doing both.
Yeah.
They were doing a movie, and then a miniseries, and then more movies. It was gonna go movie, miniseries, movie, to tie it all together. But the first time around, it fell apart. Then they had to get together with other people, and it fell apart again. So, you know, I don't think it's going to happen, but J.J. Abrams couldn't get it going. Stephen King gave it to him for $1 and said, "You can go do it if you can get it to work," and he couldn't get it to work.
Gave it to him for $1?
Yeah, he gave him the rights for $1
Why?
because he felt like J.J. Abrams could actually make it and do it justice. But yeah, because Stephen King, that's the cool thing about him. He does that. If you want to make a short film that you're not going to make money on, it's basically just like, you know, to get into a contest or something like that, just to show what you can do. You can actually write to him and buy the rights to a story for $1 as long as nobody else has done it.
That explains Rose Red.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
It really does.
No, it doesn't.
Why?
Stephen King actually wrote that.
This the movie one?
Miniseries, yeah.
The little TV show thing?
Yeah, he actually wrote it.
Yikes.
I know.
It wasn't very good.
I know. But Frank Darabont took advantage of that and did this short film he did in film school called The Woman in the Room. And he bought the rights from Stephen King for $1.
Was it just a woman standing in a room?
No, it's a little more creepy than that. It was a horror thing.
That already sounds kind of creepy to me.
No, it's pretty creepy. But then, based on that relationship and how well he did on it, that's when he was able to get Shawshank Redemption and be able to make Shawshank, and then he got Green Mile, and now he did The Mist with it too. So he's basically like the go-to guy for Stephen King with movies at this point.
So why did he go to him for Gunslinger?
Because Darabont doesn't have enough clout to really get it going. I mean, we're talking about a 7-book series. It's not gonna. Will you shut the fuck up? Adults are talking.
About books, Matt.
About books, sir. Things you wouldn't know anything about.
I read books.
You read articles of
Hop on Pop is not a book.
of anti-religious anti-Semites.
I just
Anti-termites?
Anti-termites.
Mm.
So would they make wood?
Yes, they would. They're just carpenters. Another term for them.
That's true. Okay. Now, just refer to carpenters as anti-termites
Yeah.
from now on.
Yeah. Oh, make wood. That would be a woodbender.
Would it be a woodchuck?
It could be a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Yeah,
I went right into that one. He's like, yeah. How are we on time?
hour and 40.
Let's wrap it.
Alright.
Before we get hurt. Before we hurt someone's feelings. Before I say something stupid about some Twin Towers. Let's wrap this bad boy up.
And I say something stupid about branding women in the forest.
That wasn't stupid. That
That's
was
stupid.
genius.
That's really genius. But for our women audience out there that we want to vote in the next election for us.
And that we want to sleep with us. We don't really mean it. We're just kidding.
I'm already married. I don't really...
So...
No, it's true. This ring does come off.
Yeah.
God.
That's not branded on you. It doesn't say married on your forehead.
Yeah, speaking of which, what about those people that get the tattooed fucking rings on them?
Oh my god.
So dumb.
Dumbest the move ever. Now you gotta cut your finger off.
Exactly, dude. If I want to go out to a bar and pick up a chick, I would have to cut my fucking finger off.
Each time.
Every single time. So we grow back.
You would be a lizard. You would be Dr. Kirk Connors.
I haven't watched that yet. I need
It's
to watch
good.
it.
It's
I
good.
keep hearing
It's good. It came out on a Friday, which is really stupid to me,
Yeah.
but that's good. Okay. Well. That's a wrap.
It was a wrap.
3stepguys.libsyn, libsyn.com is where we host the podcast. YouTube.com/3stepguys is where all the episodes are. You can also search on iTunes for us. We're on there, so subscribe, review, rate, all that crap. Twitter.com/3stuffguys. Become a follower on there. I was going to say fan, but that's Facebook.com/3stuffguys. Become a fan of us on there. And then send in any requests or questions you have, or funny stories, or if you just want a shout out or something, to 3stuffguys@gmail.com. And then we want to thank Raphael Shaylan
Raphael
Shalon for the use of our song South and Donuts Bacon Cookies album. So you can check his stuff out at King Joel or Northbound. And we got an app coming out soon.
Do we actually have it coming out soon?
We don't.
Nobody's done pictures.
I want to say we should just release it with no pictures. Just get like a white background.
Do we need pictures?
Yeah.
Well, we just take some pictures.
Take pictures of our food and just...
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That just us standing in front of stuff that has to do with nothing.
Yeah. We need to find the most lame place we can think of.
We live in the most lame place.
Then let's just take a picture here.
That'll work. But that'll be on the Android Google Play Store market.
Maybe
someday. And on the iOS App Store.
Can we just... Can we make a bet or something about which comes out first, our iPhone app or our Google app or Raphael's album?
Ooh. Okay. I'll bet you right now, $1 million, neither of them ever come out.
I will bet you $1 million that I will guarantee that I put out our app before he makes the album and releases it.
A real app, or just something just to get ahead?
No, a real app.
That actually looks good, or it can just be like anything, we just push it out there.
No, I'll make one that looks good.
Okay. You're on, sir.
Alright. Good. Look forward to my $1 million. I have many uses. Most of them to make brands.
Brands. I was going to say, there's a lot of metal.
It is. I gotta find a brand guy.
Let's go for a guy that says brand on his forehead.
Exactly, I mean...
Brandy.
Brandy.
It just says Brandy. I'm looking for a Brandy. It's probably a lot of people named Brandy.
Yeah, probably.
Especially that work at bars.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's a bar name.
Brandy. It is. She's a fine girl.
Is that a drink joke?
It's a song.
Yeah. That's it. We're done.
Alright.
The end.
And on that note...
Oh, goodness. Matt, you want to get up so you can press the stop button?
Just gonna let it go forever.
Yeah.
YOLO.
Peace out.